Trigger movie. Welcome. Deep in the American wilderness, far away from the noise of the city, a man named Wyatt Kane is trying to disappear. He was once a soldier. He had followed orders, faced danger, and survived things most people could never imagine. But after years of violence, Wyatt wants only one thing: peace. He builds a small shelter deep in the woods and keeps to himself. No friends, no family, no questions, just the sound of the wind, the trees, and the distant wildlife. But Wyatt soon realizes that the forest is not as quiet as it seems. One evening, he notices powerful trucks moving through the trees. The vehicles belong to a logging operation protected by heavily armed state police officers. Wyatt watches from a distance. Something feels wrong. The company isn't simply cutting down trees. They're hiding something. The next morning, Wyatt discovers evidence deep in the forest that makes him realize the situation is much bigger than he expected. This isn't just about illegal logging. Someone is protecting a dangerous secret, and anyone who gets too close could become a target. Wyatt knows he should walk away, but after everything he has seen in his life, he cannot ignore injustice. For the first time in years, Wyatt picks up his old gear. He looks toward the forest and says quietly, "Maybe I didn't come here to hide. Maybe I came here for this." And just as Wyatt steps into the darkness, a distant gunshot echoes through the woods. Someone knows he's there. The hunt has begun. The gunshot disappears into the night, but Wyatt Kane doesn't move. He stands completely still, listening. Then another sound reaches him. Footsteps. Someone is coming through the trees. Wyatt quickly turns off his flashlight and disappears into the darkness. 3 armed men enter the area. They are searching for whoever witnessed their operation. One of them looks at the ground. Someone's been here. Wyatt watches them from behind the trees. He knows he can't fight all 3 men in an open area. So he waits, patiently. When the men move deeper into the forest, Wyatt silently slips away. But he isn't running. He's following them. The men eventually reach an abandoned logging camp. There, Wyatt discovers something shocking. Large wooden crates are being loaded into trucks. The operation is much bigger than illegal logging. Wyatt takes out his phone and secretly records everything. Suddenly, a light turns toward him. Someone has spotted him. Wyatt runs. Bullets tear through the trees behind him. He dives behind a fallen tree as the attackers continue firing. His phone falls from his hand. For a moment, Wyatt thinks everything is lost. Then he notices something nearby. An old logging road. Wyatt remembers the terrain. He knows exactly where it leads. Using the darkness, he escapes through the forest and reaches his cabin. But when he arrives, the door is already open. His cabin has been searched. Everything is destroyed, and on the wall, someone has left a warning. "Stop digging." Wyatt stares at the message. He slowly clenches his fist. They made one mistake. They threatened the wrong man. Wyatt looks toward the forest. This time, he isn't hiding. He's coming for them, and somewhere in the distance, the same mysterious trucks begin moving again. The real battle is about to begin. The sun rises over the American wilderness, but Wyatt Kane hasn't slept. All night, he has been studying the evidence he recorded. The trucks, the crates, the armed men, and one strange symbol painted on the side of a wooden container. Wyatt recognizes that symbol. Years ago, during his military service, he saw it on a classified operation. That means this isn't just a local crime. Someone powerful is behind it. Wyatt packs his gear and heads toward the abandoned logging camp, but this time, he isn't alone. A woman named Sarah appears on the road. She is a journalist who has been investigating the logging company for months. Sarah tells Wyatt that several people who tried to expose the company suddenly disappeared. Wyatt realizes they are investigating the same enemy. Before they can say more, a black SUV races toward them. Sarah shouts, "Get down." The SUV opens fire. Wyatt pulls Sarah behind a concrete barrier. The attackers jump out and move toward them. Wyatt fights back. One attacker goes down. Another tries to escape, but Wyatt stops him. Sarah grabs the man's phone. Inside, they find a location. A private facility hidden deep inside the forest. Wyatt looks at Sarah. That's where they're taking the crates. They decide to go there before sunrise. Hours later, they reach the facility. From a hilltop, they see dozens of armed guards surrounding a massive underground entrance. Sarah whispers, "What are they hiding down there?" Wyatt watches the entrance carefully. Then suddenly, a truck drives through the gates. The same symbol appears on its side. Wyatt realizes this is the center of the entire operation. But before they can move, a red laser appears on Wyatt's chest. Someone has a rifle trained directly at him. A voice comes through the darkness. Wyatt Kane, you should have stayed hidden. Wyatt slowly raises his hands. Then he smiles, because he already knows something they don't. Bilkul, Part 3K Bod Part 4 Same fast-paced USA action thriller voiceover style mine. Writing. The forest is silent again. But Wyatt Kane knows the danger is getting closer. After discovering the hidden operation, Wyatt realizes that someone inside the state police is helping the criminals. He can't trust anyone, not even the people who are supposed to protect the law. Wyatt follows the trucks from a distance. They lead him to an old industrial facility hidden beyond the mountains. Inside, dozens of workers are moving crates. Wyatt watches from the shadows. Then he sees the man in charge. It's Sheriff Cole, the same officer who had warned everyone to stay away from the forest. Wyatt realizes the truth. The sheriff isn't protecting the operation. He is running it. Suddenly, Wyatt hears a voice behind him. Looking for me. Wyatt turns around. A group of armed men is standing behind him. There is no escape. The first man attacks. Wyatt blocks the strike and knocks him to the ground. Another man rushes forward. Wyatt fights back with everything he has. The room erupts into chaos. But before Wyatt can reach the exit, Sheriff Cole pulls out his weapon. You should have stayed in the woods, Kane. Wyatt looks directly at him. I tried. Then the lights suddenly go out. Total darkness. A loud explosion shakes the building. Everyone panics. Wyatt uses the confusion to escape. He runs through a back door and disappears into the forest. But Sheriff Cole isn't worried. Because he knows something Wyatt doesn't. The evidence Wyatt discovered is only the beginning. And the real secret is buried somewhere beneath the mountains. Bilkul, Yay Final Part 5 High, same English USA action thriller voiceover style mine. Writing. The storm is getting stronger. Wyatt Kane stands at the edge of the mountain, looking down at the hidden facility. Tonight, he knows there is no turning back. He has discovered the truth. The illegal logging operation was only a cover. Beneath the mountain, the criminals were hiding evidence of years of corruption. Money, weapons, and secrets powerful enough to destroy the people protecting them. Wyatt enters the facility one last time. He finds Sheriff Cole inside the control room. Cole points his weapon at him. You should have walked away. Wyatt looks at him, calmly. I did. He pauses. But you came after me. The two men face each other. Then the final fight begins. Wyatt uses everything he learned as a soldier. Cole fights desperately, but Wyatt refuses to give up. After a brutal struggle, Wyatt finally disarms him. At that moment, police sirens echo outside. Wyatt had secretly sent the evidence to federal investigators. The facility is surrounded. The corrupt officers are arrested. The trucks are seized, and the hidden operation is finally exposed. As the sun rises over the mountains, Wyatt walks back toward his cabin. For the first time in years, he feels free. He looks at the forest and takes a deep breath. The war is over, but Wyatt knows something now. You can run from your past. You can hide from the world. But when innocent people need someone to stand up, sometimes you have to become the trig.